Today I'm harvesting my King Sago seeds from this female plant, and I'd like to show you several things. One, when the flower opens up, it's normally in the latter part of January on the south coast of Texas, south of Houston, and this flower blooms, this plant puts a bloom head on every other year, and the seed are various sizes. I'll show you how to gather the seed. I will show you how to care for the plant. Once the seed are removed, you want to remove the flowerets. I'm going to zoom in and let you look at the flowerette, how it's open, then I'll zoom back out. As you can see, the head is quite open, the flowerets are separated, and the seed are exposed. Some of the seed are fertile and some of them are not. In another video I'll show you how to determine which ones are viable seed. In other words, they're fertile and they will sprout, and the ones that are not, and also how you clean them and prepare them for planting, for either planting them or storing them and planting them in the fall. I'm going to put on a pair of gloves now, and I'm going to take, as we zoom in and out here, you can see the state of the flower, and I'm going to pull it back here, and I'm going to put on a pair of gloves because a lot of things can stick you on this plant. And as we pull the seed out, I'll collect them. Last year I got about 90 seed off of this. The year before, 2 years ago, I got 90 seed off of this particular plant. So I'm going to get in here and I'm going to put them in my bucket here, and I'm going to start pulling them out. This is a sago seed here, and I'm going to start picking, and I'm going to start picking. Probably won't pick them all off. What I am going to show you after I get them off and cleaned up, I'm going to remove all of the flowerets like this, and I'm careful not to drop any of the seed on the ground. Seed and dogs don't get along. Seed are toxic to the dogs that eat them. It's the outside shell that's the problem, the red stuff. The seed inside are white, and you have to process them and clean them up to get them to that state ready for planting. As you can see, there's a lot of stickers in here. Crop from year to year, over the years, it varies how many seed you can get off of a plant. The other plant I have, the other female plant, last year I got 400 seed off of it. This plant particularly here only produces somewhere around 100 seed, and looking at it now, I don't know that I'm going to get 100 seed off. There's less seed here than what I expected. A lot of them are very small. I do want to remove those. Sagos have a lot of sharp pointy on the leaves and on the seed head here, and be careful that you don't poke yourself too bad. I'm going to stop the video, and I'll pick up in another video showing that how I clean this up, show you how many seed I got, and how I determine which seed are viable. This is my King Sago female plant that I removed the seed and the flowerets, And as you can see in the center of the plant, there's stalks sticking out of the center of it, and those are going to be the new leaves that come onto the thing. This is what the seed head should look like after you remove the seed and remove the flowerets from the thing. Now I'm going to walk over and show you the seed I got off and the flowerets that I pulled off. This is the pile of flowerets. I'm going to burn those or put them in the waste and get rid of those. My seed crop was a lot less this year. Last year I got 90 seed off. This year I'm going to have probably about 25. In the next video I'm going to teach you how to prepare the seed, process the seed, and tell which ones are viable, that will be capable of producing a new plant, and I won't have to plant all of them because I'll know which ones are fertile and which ones are not. See you in the next video. Today I'm processing my Sago seed. It's in late January, South Texas, south of Houston, and I'm disappointed in how many I got this year. I only got about 25 I think are going to be viable, but last year I got 90 off this plant. And how I'm going to determine that they're viable and will grow and make a new plant and sprout is you take them and you put them in water. And as you can see, any seed that floats is not viable. And what you do is you remove the seed, throw those away, throw them away responsibly. Don't let the dogs get a hold of them. They are poisonous to the dogs, and they'll eat this outer skin. And looks like there might be 25 seed in the bottom here. I'll let them soak for at least a day and a half, 2 days, and I'll show in the next clip how to remove the outer shell. If the seed are really dried out, you need to let them soak longer. I use a little wire brush and a wire scrubby to scrub off the outside, and I'll show you it in the next video. And the seed are white. They'll come out kind of grayish looking when you get the seed off. When they dry, they turn white. Then you can store the seed until springtime when you want to plant them. See it in the next clip. Today is one day later, and I'd like to show you how I finished processing my Sago seed. These are King Sagos. This is in January. We're going to take them off, and I try to clean them up quickly instead of laying them around in the red hull for a long time, because it's easier to clean them up at this point in time. What I will use is a glove, because I don't want to get my hands on the stainless steel or the other stuff, and I've got to hold them pretty tight. I'm going to get a seed out, and I'm going to zoom it in on you so we can see exactly what I'm doing, and I'll leave that zoomed in throughout the rest of the video. Okay, we should be zoomed in, and what I'm looking for to tell if it's soaked enough to take the red outer hull off the seed is you take it and you squeeze on it pretty hard, and if it's twist like this and it comes off, it's ready. If your seed were drier, you'd have to soak it longer. I've soaked these a little bit over a day. I take the stainless steel pot scrubber, and I use this in the water here, and I start scrubbing. And these things are very slick. They want to get away from you. They'll flip into the water, they'll flip out of the pot, and the main thing is you're trying to get them clean and get rid of the red outer orange, reddish orange outer layer. And then the seed will be dried, processed. The seeds I have over here have already been processed, and I'll show you them difference in color. They should dry about a week after for a length of time in a cool, dry spot. And then what I normally do, I take those and I put them in a Ziploc bag and store them until the springtime when the temperature gets warmer, and I'll plant them at that time. As you can see, again, that the seed is wet, these seed here are dry, and they'll all dry and make this whitish color seed. Need to process all of them. I got 26 seed out this time, and 2 years ago this same plant gave me 90. Depends on the pollination, depends on the conditions of the season, how much water the plant got, etc., how many mature. These are all fertile seed, as I showed you earlier in the other video. I'll show you again. What we're doing is another one real quickly. I slip it off like this, and this red hull here, I want you to pour the water off, to can it off, and take and be responsible and dispose of these red hulls and get where no dogs can get a hold of them and cause a problem. So please dispose of them correctly. These seed are from a plant that is millions of years old, and they have a unique growing habit. Everything about them are weird. From the standpoint they only bear fruit every 2 years. I thought only elephants did that, but basically the plant has been here so long that it's developed its own life cycle. It's evolved into a very hardy palm, and it's been with us a long time. It's really easy to grow. I want to show you something about the seed. Is that a seed, when it falls to the ground, falls flat like this, and when you go to plant them, you plant them when they're halfway up on the side like this, and what happens is as moisture and stuff soaks on the seed, and from the top where you keep them watered, you keep them in, on this end, the flat end, not the pointed end, it'll open up and it'll take and put a taproot, and it'll come out and curve down and goes down into the soil, and it'll go down about 2 or 3 inches before it puts a prong that spikes coming up. A very little one, it gets very little when it first starts coming up, and after a week or so you can tell that it's going to be a new frond. It needs this seed here. The seed will stay on that palm for at least about a year. What it's doing is drawing nutrients and vitamins and other resources out of the seed. You don't want to knock the seed off. You want it to fall off from the the new plant you have naturally, and that normally it stays with the plant that propagates, starts growing from this seed for about a year, and then it'll fall off naturally, and then you can remove the seed. Maybe I'll be able to make a video on planting the seed and showing you that in the springtime of the year. I'm going to invite you to see my new videos, and I'll try to make that for y'all. Thank you.